So, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Freestyle Fitness Yoga. We've got a few people on Zoom. We've got more of you, I'm sure, watching on YouTube. So we're going to start off with just a little warm up, and this will be nice and easy. And starting with a few deep breath exercises. So we'll just get some breathing going. And my pad's just gone to sleep. So let's just sort that out. Here we go. So, just stand still, relax your shoulders. You may close your eyes if you want to as well, and I'll just do a few deep breaths. So to the count of 4, we're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and inhale. And exhale. Long, slow breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Just start letting your body relax. Just let your arms hang loosely down to the side as you breathe in and out at your own pace, taking those long, deep breaths. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your arms relax, your fingers. We're going to start lifting the head. As we breathe in, we'll inhale, lift the head, look up. Exhale, lower the head, look down. Starting to get a bit of movement through your neck. Breathe in, looking up. And breathe out, look down. And again, breathe in, look up. And breathe out, look down. As you breathe in, let's roll the shoulders back and look up. And then as we breathe out, we'll roll the shoulders forwards as we look down. And again, inhale, roll back and look up. Exhale, roll forward and look down. We're going to do that one more time, really slowly. So long, deep inhale, roll your shoulders back, look up. And a big, slow exhale, rolling your shoulders forwards, looking down. And bring your head back up to neutral. And we're going to do a few more energetic warm-up exercises now to get all those joints moving before we do our next section. So, just have a little shake out. Oh, we've got Mary back. Excellent. Have a little shake out. We're going to start with a few rotations of the right arm. So just your right arm. Let's just give it a whirl, literally. And roll that arm around in big circles, loosening up that shoulder. Fantastic. Just going to turn this background music up a little tiny bit. Fantastic. Let's go backwards with the same arm. So same arm going backwards, big circles. And then I want to do a figure of 8 on that one side, looping round. It's like an 8 on its side. Swooping the arm round gracefully and slowly, loosening up that shoulder. Very good. Let's release that. Let's go to the other side. Big circles forwards with the other arm. Very good. No need to go fast, just slowly round. And then backwards. Fantastic, good. And then we'll do that figure of 8. So looping the arm round, swooping it like an 8 on its side. Fantastic. Have a little roll round of the shoulders. And then backwards, lifting and rolling back. Fantastic. Now we're going to just stand with the feet apart and we're going to just side bend side to side. Slowly reaching those fingertips down towards the floor, a little bit further each time, slowly extending the range of motion. Fantastic. And then a little twist. So our little twist, just let the arms hang loose, twist your body side to side, turn your head and let those arms hang loose, let them just flop around. Very good. And relax. Let's do a little breathe in. And as you breathe in, we're going to raise up onto the toes and take your arms up. And just hold it on your toes for a few seconds. And then as we exhale, we're going to drop those heels down, swing the arms behind, and then push up again. Fantastic. So, when you're ready, heels down, swing back, and push up, right up onto your toes if you can. And then again, down, push up. We're going to do that 2 or 3 more times, if I can get my balance. So, swing back, stand up. And again, swing back, stand up. And one more time, down and push up onto your toes. Fantastic. And then slowly bring your hands down and release. Now I'm just going to adjust my camera for the next bit because I want to just come down a little bit so you can see my feet. And finally, before we go into our first sequence, just take a couple of deep breaths. Just like we did at the beginning, slowly breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. Fantastic. So we're going to be going in a while, not straight away, but we're going to be doing our swan pose. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to that in a minute. But first, I just want to really loosen up your back. We're going to be doing quite a lot of forward folds. This is just going to loosen up your back and try and get some flexibility into your hamstrings and glutes before we do those. Before we try that swan position. So, I want you to start off with a breath in and raise your arms up. We'll do all this nice and slowly. So what I want you to do now is go into our first forward fold. So we're just going to exhale and hang down. Just let your body hang. Doesn't matter how low those fingers can get on our first attempt. Okay, we're just going to hold it here for a few seconds. Take a few deep breaths. Every time you exhale, see if you can just sink those fingertips a little bit closer to the floor. We're not going to bounce. We're just going to go with the breathing. Yeah, every time you breathe out a little bit further down. If you can touch the floor easily already, don't worry. You can go a little bit lower. Maybe try and get your hands on the floor flat down. On your next inhale, we're going to unfold slowly and stand up. Okay, now we're going to exhale, take the hands over to one side, just forming a little sequence but with lots of forward folds. Hands back up, exhale again to the other side, inhale, hands up, then exhale back into forward fold, second forward fold, let your arms hang down. We're going to again pause here, take a couple of breaths. See if we can get a bit more flexibility into the backs of the legs and the lower back. Sink down. When you reach an inhale, I want you to bring yourself up. Take your arms out in front. We're going to do zombie arms. Arms out in front. And then exhale, take your hands to one side. Still facing the front if you can. And then inhale, hands to the forward again. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to the middle. And then exhale back into forward fold. Again, hold it here. Let your fingers sink down towards the floor or your hands onto the floor. On your next inhale, we're going to stand up. And exhale, hands down. Let's do that sequence through a couple of times. Each sequence includes 3 forward folds. So we'll be doing lots of them as we do the sequence through 2 or 3 times. Yeah. So with me, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Sink down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, over to one side. Each time you might find you can go a little bit further. Inhale to the middle. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, zombie arms. Exhale to one side. Inhale to the middle. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. We'll do straight into the next one. I won't talk through the breathing all the time. Let's just go nice and slowly. Hands up. Forward fold. Hands up. Uncurl slowly. To one side. Back to the middle. And to the other side. To the middle. Forward fold. Zombie arms. To one side. To the middle. To the other side. And to the middle. Forward fold. Hold here for an extra breath this time, sinking your hands down towards the floor or hands onto the floor. Keeping those legs straight. We're going to do one big slow inhale, stand up slowly. Bring your hands together. And slowly exhale as you bring your hands down in front of the chest and release. Perfect. Now we're going to add in, I'm just going to change my camera position again. We're going to add in a squat. We'll say add in a squat, we're just going to do a squat basically. And then we're going to move it forwards into our swan position. So let's start by taking your hands up and bending your knees. Now, this is chair position to start with. As we go lower, we're going to go down into squat. Now, the full yoga squat, you bring your heels off the floor and you bring yourself, oh, I'm wobbling, right down onto the floor. Nice and low. So this is our deep yoga squat. If you can do that, that's amazing. If you can't do that, don't worry. Have a few goes at practicing it. Even if you're just here in our chair position, that's okay for today. Yeah, you don't have to go too low. And all we're going to do is just modify it by changing the arm position. So let's have another go. We'll take our arms up into chair and then just getting your bow. I'm just going to prepare myself onto my toes and I'm going to sink down and see. Oops, if you lose your balance, don't worry. I'm just going to get myself That's the position we want. Okay, so we're just going to hold there for a few seconds. If you're down here with me, that's amazing. If you're only halfway down, don't worry. And if you're neither up nor down, don't worry either. Right, let's stand up slowly again. And release those arms. So when we go into that again, to go into the swan position, we're going to be taking the hands behind the back and pushing back. So I'll just show you from the side. If I can do this myself, I'll give this a go. So we're going to just squat down, and then we're going to take the hands back and push them up, and this is our swan position. I'm on my toes. I'm quite stable here actually, because those arms give me a nice counterbalance. And then we can stand up when we're ready. So thumbs up if you found that position okay, if you got there. Very good. Let's do it again, and we'll just go into swan position again, and then we're going to just do an extra stretch while we're there. So we'll take the arms up, we'll bend the knees, and then all the way down. Each time it feels a little bit easier. When you're stable, take your hands up behind. Fantastic. Bring your head up, chest up, and then take your hands, clasp your hands together behind your back and stretch back, pushing your arms away from you. Oh, just lost my balance there. And then when you're ready, stand up again. Let's do that a couple more times. Take your time. You don't have to follow my speed. I just want you to go slowly down into your swan with your hands behind. Then we'll clasp the hands together, push away, and just see if you can hold that position for a few breaths. The longer you can hold it, the better. We'll just take your time and only stand up if you feel you're getting unbalanced and you need to stretch out. Yeah, so we've got about 1.5 minutes to practice this. And as you get used to the position, you'll find it becomes easier to hold it for a longer period of time. I'm just going to try stretching with my hands together. Feel all the muscles in my legs loosening up. Okay. Fantastic. Got another minute. We can try another one if you want to. Have one more go. Takes my old bones a long time to get into that position, but hopefully you're going a bit smoother and more graceful than I am. So when you're ready, taking your time, slowly stand up. We'll do a final stretch up and bring your hands down. Okay, good. Very well done for having a go at that. That's quite challenging. Okay, so that's really good. We're now going to be doing a very short sequence, which we're going to be doing our downward position. And we're going to just do a few little extra things while we're there. But this is quite a short sequence. And then the final sequence will be all standing up. Yes, so let's just show you first what I want you to do. We're going to be doing end on the mat. We're going to be doing a forward fold. We're going to be bending the knees if you need to, hands all the way onto the floor. Stepping back into plank. Okay, then we're going to push back into downward position, which is going to do a little bit of walking the feet. So bending one knee and then the other one, each time trying to push the heel into the floor. Then we're going to do three-legged dog if you can, and then we're going to be bringing the knee in and back 3 times, and then step forwards and stand up. So that's what you're in for. We've only got about 5 minutes on this, so we're just going to do a couple each side, and do what you can. It gets a nice bit, again, a bit of flexibility into those hamstrings, and we're going to be doing some calf stretches when we walk those feet. So nice and slowly with me. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Let's take those hands all the way down. Bend your knees if you need to, and then take 2 steps back, one with each foot, into our plank, and then push up into downward position. Now, if your heels are on the floor, that's amazing. If you can't get your heels on the floor, don't worry. We're just going to walk the feet a little bit, bending one knee and then the other one. The leg that straightens out, try and push that heel into the floor. Just walk it a little bit, finding your flexibility, and then when you're ready, push back again, push your heels down towards the floor into downward position, and we're then going to bring one leg up, three-legged dog, and then bring the knee in and back 3 times, pushing that foot away from you, stretching it back. After the third one, we're going to step forwards. Oh, that was really bad on my part. And then arms up and down. We'll do the other side. How was that? That was not... I'm going to just keep an eye on you this time, I think. See how you're doing. Okay, so other leg this time, remember. When we do the three-legged dog, we'll do the other leg. Arms up, forward fold, step back, push back into downward position. We'll get here quite quickly, and then we'll take our time doing that little walk. Bend in the knee of each alternate leg. Try and push the heel back into the floor, and then when you're ready, push back again. Straighten out those legs. Other leg comes up into three-legged dog, and then we're going to swing that knee in 3 times. 1, pushing right back each time. 2 and 3. On the third one, big step forwards and stand up. Right, let's do one more each side. We'll go through this a little bit quicker. We'll just do one more. I told you this was going to be a quick sequence, so we're just going to do one more each side. So arms up, forward fold, step straight back and push back. Little walk, pushing the heels down. Again, we're flexing those knees, pushing the heel into the floor. Okay, straighten the legs. Three-legged dog. Knees in 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Try and do one big step forwards with one foot. Other foot comes in. We stretch up, standing up. And we've just got one more to do on the other side. So, arms up. This is probably the most energetic bit. Hands down, step back. Push back into our downward position. Walk those feet a little bit. I'm actually getting my heels quite close to the floor now on this. Quite pleased with that. Three-legged dog. Foot up. Try and straighten the other leg. Knee comes in 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Big step forwards. Stand up slowly. And arms down. And just to finish the sequence, we're going to do one more big stretch. Up. Breathe in. Bring your hands together above your head. And then slowly take a long exhale. Bring your hands down in front of your chest again to finish our sequence. Very good. So how did you get on with those three-legged dogs? Were you okay with that? Thumbs up if you were. Perfect. John, bit flaky. Everyone else, perfect. So, us men, John, we find it difficult, don't we, with those hips? We're built differently to the women, and it's more difficult to get those hips moving. Right, now we did this sequence last week, so this is a nice standing sequence, and I'm going to do pretty much the same as we did last week. It involves quite a lot of stretching. Okay, so I'm just going to turn my camera up a little bit so see my hands in the air. Feet nice and wide. We'll go straight into it. Same as last week. I think you all did this last week. So feet nice and wide, hands out to the side, palms facing down. Now, choose which side you're going to go first and turn the toe outwards to 90 degrees and push forwards. So one foot at 90 degrees, 1 foot across the mat, and see how far you can stretch out. Oh, that's a great camera angle, John. I can see your hand reaching out towards the camera. Oh, little wave. Excellent. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the hand that's stretching out to the side of the knee. Other hand comes to meet it, and we're going to do a big twist up. Hand up. There we go. Excellent. Nice position. As we go through this a few times, we're going to try and get those fingers closer to the floor. But for today, the hand that's in the air, or for now I should say, onto the thigh, other hand comes up. Excellent. Now the big stretch. Okay, so the hand that's on the thigh, just take it behind your back, take the other hand out and push out towards the wall, so as far out as you can. We're really stretching those fingers. Look towards those fingers, stretch them out as far as you can. Fantastic. And then straighten out the leg. We're going to do our triangle position next. So now hands to the side of the knee again, this time with straight legs, twisting up. Fantastic. And from here we're just going to rotate back to our standing position and change sides with those feet. So turn the feet the other way. We'll do the whole thing on the other side. So starting off by bending the knee, pushing forwards, reaching out. Get a nice stretch in your inner thigh. Hands should be horizontal. Outstretched hand comes to the side of the knee. Other hand meets it. And then we open up into a big twist. Really nice one for the back, this one, getting a nice twist through your spine. Right. Hand that's up in the air, put onto your thigh. Other hand comes up, we stretch back. Nice big stretch here. Excellent. Now we're going to take the hand behind the back and stretch that hand outwards and really push forwards. Now there's lots of strain on this front leg. You're more or less supporting your whole body using the quads and glutes in that front leg. Hold it as long as you can. Very good. And then this is the bit I like the most. This is where we straighten out that leg. We release the tension on that thigh, and then we're going to do one more big twist with straight legs. Very good. And back into horizontal. Bring your feet pointing the front. Okay, so we've got plenty of time to practice that sequence. I do need a sip of water because my mouth is very dry today in here. I'm going to go through the sequence 2 or 3 times on each side. If you want to go at a different pace, it's entirely up to you. If you want to make it slower, if you want to hold those positions a bit longer, that's fine. You don't have to go with me. I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds on each position. But you're very welcome. We've got plenty of time to hold longer, go slower. So I'm going to start. Hands out to the side. Turn the toe outwards. And stretch forwards. Just adjusting that back foot so I can really get a good stretch here. Now we take the hand to the side of the knee, hand together, stretch up. Now I'm just going to pause here for a moment and just see if I can get that hand closer to the floor. As I stretch forward, I can actually just about touch the fingertips onto the floor. Very good. Holding for a few seconds. Now I'm going to take my hand onto my thigh and stretch up. Try and maintain the leg positions. Now hand behind the back and stretch out. This one I want to hold a little bit longer. Can feel that front leg really burning a little bit now as I hold. And then when you can't bear it, straighten out that leg, release it, and we'll do a final twist. And again, we can sink those fingertips down towards the floor, trying to keep the legs locked at the knees. And then back, standing up and change sides. So if you're following my speed, we're going to just do the other side now, same sort of speed. Stretch out. Hand comes down. We're going to bring those hands together and then open out into a big twist. Sink down into that stretch, bending that front knee. All good. I've got my fingers on the floor. Excellent. Hand on the thigh. The hand comes up. Then the one that I don't know about you, I don't like this one. We're going to stretch outwards, and this puts a lot of stress on that front leg. So we're going to try and hold it a little bit longer, capitalize on building the strength in that front leg. Take a few deep breaths. Remember to breathe in through your nose, out through your nose as you're holding the position. Stretch out as far as you can. Then when you're ready, release. We'll do a little twist up again with the legs straight this time. Legs straight this time, and then let's go again to the other side straight away. Change sides. Push forwards. After all these weeks, I think I'm better than I was at the beginning. I should look back at those old videos and see if we're better now than we were then. We should be. Hand onto the thigh. Let's stretch the other hand up. Stretching out. Let's take the hand behind the back and stretch out. Hold for a few breaths. A bit further if you can. Excellent. Straighten out the leg. Twist up. And we'll do one more on the other side. So final round on this. You've got about a minute and a half if you're doing this at your own pace to finish off. So stretching out. Hand to the side of the knee. Big twist up. I'm going to sink that down a little bit further, see if I can touch the floor. Excellent. Hand onto the thigh, let's stretch upwards. It must be horrible for you hearing all my breathing noises right into my headset when I'm doing this. My groaning and breathing. Okay, hand that's on your thigh, take behind your back, let's stretch out and really push that forwards. Let's get a big stretch out this time on our last one. Pushing those fingertips as far out as you can. Couple more breaths. Straighten out the front leg. Ooh. And let's do a big twist up to a big triangle position. Slowly, slowly bring yourself back round, standing up. Bring that toe, so both sets of toes are pointing forwards now. We'll finish by taking the hands up in the air, hands together above the head, and a final slow exhale, bringing your hands down in front of your chest. And release. Very good. Seems to have gone really quickly today. We've still got stretches to do. So we're going to get down on the floor for our stretches. Cat, cow, child's pose, all the usual ones that we finish with. So this is a really nice end to the sequence. So onto your mat, starting on hands and knees. Let's do that. And just get yourself comfy on your hands and knees on your mat, and then very slowly arch your back up into a cat stretch. Oh, I think we've earned this one today. That feels really nice. So arching your back as high as you can, let your head hang down between your arms. You can close your eyes if you want to. Take a few breaths. And when you're ready, we'll reverse it. Bring your tummy towards the floor. Lift your head up into our cow. Try and get your back as concave as you can. We'll hold this for a few seconds. A couple of breaths. And then in your own speed, in your own time, just move between those two positions. Up into cat. Down into cow. Just moving slowly and gracefully from one position to the other. Getting a nice flex into your spine. Loosening up your back again. I'm going to do one more cat. And one more cow. And back into neutral. Now sit back. I'm going to take my knees a little bit wider for this. I'm going to sit back onto my heels. So we're going to do child's pose here. So think about sitting right back onto your heels. Bring your chest down towards the floor and stretch your arms out away from you. Feeling a nice stretch through your arms and your back. We're just going to hold this for a few breaths. Feel the stretch is easing off. Just push your fingertips further forward by just walking them forwards on the floor like little spiders crawling away from you. Stretching out, feeling it through your arms and shoulders. Very good. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Very slowly lift yourself back up into tabletop. Walk your hands back towards your knees and we'll kneel up. And then slowly back into standing position. Take your time getting up. Let's have a big stretch up, arms up, one final stretch up. Okay, reach up towards the ceiling as high as you can, stretching those arms up. Bring your hands together above your head. And finally, for the last time today, we're going to bring those hands down in front of the chest. Deep breath. And release. And there we have it. Oh, very good. How did you find that today? Those of you who are on Zoom with me. Good? I feel quite good after that, despite the bad weather outside. It doesn't come. You can probably tell that it doesn't come naturally. Me doing yoga moves to me, but it's good to have a go, isn't it? And see what you can do. So very well done. I'm going to come and have a chat with you guys on Zoom now, and for everybody else on YouTube, join in live. It's much better to do it live with me on a Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. Okay, UK time. You can join in from anywhere in the world. Very good. You can turn your microphones on. You can speak to me if you want to. How's that? Yes.
Very good. Thank you.
Oh, good. Good. There's Hillary. Good. Right. Well done, everybody. Teresa, John, and hope you found that useful. Go and have a lie. I'm going to go and have a lie down now. I'll let you into a little secret. I've got a personal training client who I'm seeing a few clients now at my house, and he's here today. And do you know what he said to me? He's here in about half an hour. He said, "Paul, could we do some yoga today?" So I've got to do it all again. Except I think I'm just going to be watching him do it from 2 meters away with my mask on. Okay, take care, guys. See you next time. Friday for more Sprightly as well. Don't miss that. Bye, John. Bye, Mary. Margaret, bye. And Teresa, bye.